Hi, my name is Jeff Morrell, and I know the person that got you onto this webinar, this video, they're excited to share this idea with you, eXp Realty. I'm a realtor in Colorado Springs, Colorado. My wife and I have worked together now for 21 years in this business. Been in the top 20 here in Colorado Springs out of 4,000 or 5,000 agents here. We had the number one Keller Williams team for several years. Grateful for the business. It's been really good to us. We've been part of eXp now for the last 5 years. And it has, without question, been the absolute best business decision we've ever made, by far. So excited to share this idea. Over my 21 years in the business, you think about, I've asked these questions over the years, why'd you get into real estate? Why'd you get your license? Well, you hear all kinds of answers. Well, I can be my own boss. I can make my own schedule. I can get more time with my family. I can retire rich. We hear that one. I just love people. Hear that sometimes. I can travel more. The truth of the matter is, those of us been around a while, you know how it is. You can have many bosses if you don't set this up right. Every client you're working with can run your life if you don't put the boundaries on there the way they need to be. Lots of people making your schedule. And I can't tell you how many nights, I spent on this computer in this office while my wife and two daughters are out there watching a movie or playing a game or whatever. It can run your life if you let it. Okay. And I've never been to a realtor retirement party. I've been to realtor funerals, but this can be a hamster wheel that's hard to get off of sometimes. And you might love people. Let's just face it, though. Sometimes it's just good to get to closing and let's move on. Some people can be challenging. And guys, I love that we can, be mobile and we can travel and we can run our business. But is that really a vacation? It's not. A good friend of mine, a realtor here in town, this is from last summer. He had a post that he put on Facebook, and him and his family, they were away at an Airbnb on vacation, and this was his post. The disappointment on my daughter's face every time I tell her I have to go back to the house to do work is excruciating. They were at an Airbnb. Owning a business is tough. When my staff go on vacation, they go on vacation. When I'm on vacation, I'm still working. Rant over. Now, there are about 49, 50 realtors that replied on there and commented on there. And I know a lot of these guys have been doing this for a long, long time. Here's just a few of the comments on that post. Oh, how I fully understand this. It's difficult having to always work. I don't have holidays or weekends. Felt that. We're on Tybee Island off the coast of Georgia. My phone goes off nonstop. It's always worth it, though, whatever you can get. This one kills me. Been there, still there. It was worse with kids, though. We took turns vacationing because one of us had to be around for when the you know what hit the fan. The kids were 10 and 13 the last time we had a family vacation of a week or more. Yep, 22 years ago. God, that's horrible. Yes, this is always the hardest when I'm in Germany. I'm working in the night due to the time difference. I'm confused. What's a vacation? Guys, it should not be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Okay. I threw this in just because it made me laugh, but some of us can relate. Now, if you're a newer agent, I'm not trying to discourage you. This is a great business. I love the business, been doing it 21 years. I wouldn't do anything else. Okay. But here are some of the truths and the realities that can happen here as your business grows. There's a burnout factor here, guys. I know some of you can relate to what I'm talking about. So, what's the answer to all this? I truly believe with everything in me, having been here for 5 years, it's eXp Realty. Okay. So, let me run you through this. Here's our founder, Glenn Sanford. Glenn was a big tech guy with Keller Williams up there in Seattle, had a team doing real estate. They did about 60 million a year in volume. Started eXp in 2009, a virtual brokerage. Glenn's one of those forward visionary type people. The Swain Poll 200, this comes out every year. They just named Glenn the third most powerful and influential people in the real estate industry. By the way, I'm recording this here January 25th of 2023. So the numbers and things you're going to see in here are relevant to this date. Okay. We are growing a lot. So some of the numbers you're going to see here are going to be different depending on when you're watching this. There were about 4,000 agents in eXp when I joined way back in 2018. We're at 87,000 now, the fastest growing brokerage in real estate history. Okay. We're in 24 countries now and we're expanding all over the world. We're projected to be in 50 countries by the end of 2025. And with this model, you can recession proof your business. Okay. Very important. I'm going to show you how that works as we go. Technology, you either keep up or you go the way of Blockbuster. It's just the truth of it. Brick and mortar going away in a lot of different industries. I will tell you for myself, I've never picked up a client from them walking into the real estate office looking for a realtor. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but most of it is now done, of course, on the internet, online. So the first big difference here at eXp is that we don't have that brick and mortar office. We're a cloud-based brokerage. Now, we have an office. It's called eXp World. It's online. You can log in anytime, anywhere from your tablet, your computer, your laptop, your cell phone, and you can go into the office and get things done that you need to get done. Okay. There's 2,000 employees in there, open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Time, where I am, Monday through Friday. You have a question about a closing, you go to your transaction department and you get your question answered. You're on live talking to one of the employees. Guys, I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It just didn't make sense to me. But after about 15 minutes of being in there, I got it. It clicked. It works. It is so efficient. I love the way this works. I'm in there maybe once or twice a week, and I'm in and out in 5 minutes. It's super efficient. There's an accounting department. There's the onboarding department. There's the eXp University with all the training. There's a marketing department. You go where you need to go, you get your question answered, and you're on with the rest of your day. There's auditoriums that hold 7, 8, 9,000 people for big company-wide meetings, okay? But the biggest factor here is that we don't have that brick and mortar overhead. Inman News had an article here recently, right? Keller Williams last year, $750 million in brick and mortar. That's millions of dollars that we're not spending that we could put back into the company, technology for the agents, leads for the agents, but also the way we pay the agents, which you'll see here in just a minute, okay? Training with this, without question, the absolute best training I've seen in all my years in real estate. Great for the 21-year-old agent, great for the brand new agent, okay? 80 to 100 hours a week of live training. It's all recorded. You can watch it whenever you want. But here's one we hit. It's the people doing the training. That's what makes the difference. The number one and or number two agents in over 30 states have moved into eXp, and they're the ones getting in here and giving away all their stuff. Jay Kinder, number two Coldwell Banker agent in the world by the time he was 30, okay, did 535 deals a couple years ago. Jay, teaches it here every now and then. Brent Gove. Brent was the number 11 REMAX agent in the world. He was a team leader at the biggest Keller Williams office in the country out of Sacramento for 8 years prior to joining eXp. The first Monday of every month, Brent's in here teaching a class. Guys, I could go on and on and on. The caliber of people who are in here and sharing all their stuff, there's no way this doesn't take your business to wherever you want to go. You become who you hang around. And that collaboration and that training here is phenomenal, okay? Now our group, there's myself and 5 other leaders here at eXp, okay? We form what we call Freedom Team. So 2,500 agents, 48 states, 7 countries around the world. We're doing an additional 18 Zoom masterminds every month, okay? On top of what eXp is doing, helping you with more transactions. The trainings these last few months with the shift in the market, these masterminds have been unbelievable. I've done this 21 years. I'm taking notes every time we're on there, okay? We have a concierge hours twice a week. You can come in and ask whatever you want. We're going to be here to help you and support you on top, above and beyond what eXp is doing. We'll make the onboarding process smooth and simple. I had somebody here recently get totally onboarded within 6 hours because they had a new listing and they wanted to get it up and running with eXp. So Freedom Team, we are here for you. Phenomenal stuff. I'll talk more about that here in a minute. Okay. Technology and the leads. I'm going to hit this real quick. Enterprise, your back office for your whole business. SkySlope, a digital filing cabinet for all your deals. Very simple to run. Workplace by Facebook. It looks like Facebook. It's run by Facebook. Facebook for businesses. That collaboration goes on there. You have access to all 87,000 agents in eXp. You throw out a question, you're going to get people answering you from all over the country, even around the world. All these groups you can join, lead generation groups, marketing groups. The work that's going on there, everybody working together is phenomenal. And then you're going to get a CRM, okay? KV Core, Inman News recently called it the Cadillac of CRMs, okay? Powerful platform, great looking website. This can totally, transform your business. It could be the hub for your business. Now, you may have something that works right now. You may never set this up. Just know that it's here. Outside of eXp, it would be $6,000 a year to run it. Here, there's no setup fee, and it's included in the monthly bill. Freedom Team, we're doing lead generation masterminds through KV Core. We will set it up for you. We will do one-on-one Zoom training with you to help you get up and running so that you can run this thing. You could easily pick up an extra 8 to 10 deals a year by doing the bare basic minimum with this. It could be everything about your business, 30, 40 deals a year and beyond if you wanted to. Okay, powerful, powerful platform. The third piece of this, and this really sets us apart from everybody else out there, okay? There's really four reasons why most people switch companies. What are the splits? What's the cap on that? What's the monthly fee? And then what do I get? Do I get leads? Do I get support? Do I get a website? Do I get coaching and training? What do I get for my money? Okay. So we do all that as well. Really, the first part of this has kind of been a lot of that, but this here completely elevates us and sets us apart from everybody else. When you join eXp, you become an owner in this company. Okay. You become a shareholder with eXp. Our stock, go back 7-8 years ago, was a penny stock. 2018, we got uplisted to the NASDAQ. That was a huge deal when that happened. We had a 2-to-1 stock split here a couple years ago, which was huge. Okay. Everybody's watching us right now. Motley Fool had this article recently, who's the Amazon of real estate? And they said it's us. I wish I had Amazon stock from 20 years ago, right? Well, guys, here's the deal. 5 different ways that you can get stock at eXp. Your first closing every year, you get a $200 bonus of eXp stock. When you cap, I'll tell you right now, it's an 80-20 commission split with a $16,000 cap. If you have a better split and cap right now, don't shut me off. Hang tight, okay? When you cap 5, 6, 7 deals in most markets with the prices, you're going to get a $400 bonus of eXp stock. You go to 100% when you cap, by the way. Another agent joins eXp because of you. We'll help you do that. It might be somebody you did a deal with. It could be your best friend at the office, whatever. When they join through you, eXp, they get their $200 bonus on their first closing, but you get a $400 bonus as a thank you for bringing a good agent. Okay. I've had 23 agents join me the last couple of years. It's $10,000 worth of stock. I'll take it. It's a nice bonus. Okay. This right here for the big producing agents, if you cap and do an additional 20 deals before your cap resets, you become an icon agent, 25, 27 deals, most markets. eXp rewards you. All 16,000 you gave to eXp with that split, they give it all back to you 100%, $16,000 worth of eXp stock. That's a game changer. That got me, guys. And let me say this, I'd much rather get 16,000 back in stock than just a check for 16,000. The 16,000 my wife and I got back a few years ago when we hit Icon is worth 3, 4, 5 times that today. Okay. Unbelievable what is going on with that right there. So you could be over 100% when you figure in those other bonuses that I just showed you. This right here is where most agents get their stock. This is optional. You don't have to do it. I don't know any agent who's not. You can take 5% of your commission check at closing and buy stock at a 10% discount. Okay. My wife and I had a closing here just a couple days ago. It was a $9,000 commission. $450 comes out. We're getting $500 worth of stock because of the discount. We've done it with every single closing since we've been here. Okay. So we had over 100 agents in our group go over $1 million in stock when that stock split here a couple years ago, became millionaires just from doing what they've been doing their entire careers, running the real estate business. Okay. You can see the gain right there over the last 3 years, 151% gain. It's stock. I'm not putting all my stock in the stock, right? It could do anything. We know that, but it's a great bonus. I haven't cashed out one share, but I love that it's there if I needed it. The first guy I ever showed eXp to, Aaron Ken, when that stock split, his stock hit 1.2 million. He cashed out 1,000 shares, paid off his house, paid off his cars, his debts, called me up, said, Jeff, thank you for calling me. 18 years of being in the business, the last 2.5 years here has completely changed our lives. Thank you for calling me and showing me eXp. And guys, that's why we get excited about this thing. I'm telling you, this can change everything for you down the road, add to your retirement. Okay. One last piece I want to hit here up front. There's a lot of agents out there not covered by health insurance or have a catastrophic plan with a super high deductible, all that stuff. You could opt in here. Clearwater is the company that eXp has partnered up with for health insurance. You get a 20% discount just because you're at eXp. The average annual savings has been $10,000 a year. We've had a lot of agents join us simply because of the healthcare piece. Just know that that's here if you want to look into it. Okay. Those 3 things are why most people are coming over here. The training, the leads, the stock. Here's the way it works. $149 to set up here. That's a one-time fee. Never pay that again. $50 a month tech fee, $35 a month for the training, $85 a month. That's never changed in the entire history of the company. There's a $25 broker review fee, a transaction fee that comes out of your commission at closing. There's a $40 E&O fee that comes out of your commission at closing. capping at $500. We're all covered by E&O, but you're not going to get your E&O bill at the end of the year for next year. It just comes out $40 per deal. Once you hit $500, that caps, resets, comes back next year. Okay. It's a $5 million policy, by the way, more than double the biggest policy I personally have ever had. 100% once you hit 16,000 with that 80-20 split. All right. Now, one last piece to this, completely optional. 5 to 8, 9% of the agents at eXp are reaching out to agents. Think about this. It's very simple. Because we're owners of the company with that stock, we can share in the revenues coming into the company, just like your broker owner right now. You're a broker owner. They want to build that business. They want to build the brokerage. The more agents that come in, the more closings there are, the more monthly fees, all that kind of stuff. That's how they run their business. Well, we're owners of the company. We can share in the revenues coming into the company if we want to help build the company. You don't have to do this at all. Most agents aren't. But if you want to, we'll work with you. We'll help you. It's very simple. I'm getting calls right now from agents asking me to show them eXp. The word is out on this company. Okay. So let's say an agent joins eXp through you. They have a closing on Friday. Let's say it's a $10,000 commission, just to keep the numbers simple. 8,000 to the agent, 2,000 to eXp, that 80-20 split, right? Out of the 2,000 that goes to eXp, you get 3.5% of the $10,000 gross commission. So $350 direct deposit into your bank account next month on the 22nd of the month. That's when they pay that every month, okay? Up to $2,800 per agent per year that you personally refer. Bring an agent into eXp, they cap, you'll make $2,800 over the next 12 months from that agent splits to the company. It doesn't matter how many deals they do, they might do 2. You're going to get paid the month after every closing they have until they cap, and then it resets a year from now, okay? So think about this, just a 2-year plan, okay? Over the next couple of years, is it possible that we could find 6 agents, we help you do this, right, who want better training, more leads, and stock bonuses, agent ownership that they've never had before? Because like I said, man, people call me right now, okay? This is not hard to do. We have people do this in a couple months. But let's just say, 1 every 4 months, an agent joins you at eXp. If those 6 agents are capping agents at $2,800 per agent per year coming back to you, here's another way to get all your cap back and actually be over that by $800. eXp is now paying you to be here. So huge right there. Guys, you're over 100%. Again, I'd never seen this before. Having been here for 5 years, this is what I've seen. Every agent who joins us, they've all got at least one they want to bring with them. Might be their best friend at the office. It might be Uncle Bob in Florida who talked them into getting their license 5 years ago. It doesn't matter where they are. They could be in all 50 states, all 24 countries we're open in, okay? An agent joins eXp through you. Once you've had 5 agents do that, you now get paid on the agents that they refer as well. So in this example, you referred 5, this top one referred 1, this third one, she referred 2. Because you referred 5, you unlock what we call tier 2. You now get up to $3,200 per agent per year on tier 2, in addition to the $2,800 on tier 1 that you personally referred, okay? So let's say those 6 agents each bring their 1 friend with them. If those 6 are capping agents, you're talking about an extra $36,000 a year, an extra $3,000 a month in just pure passive income. Would that be helpful? Absolutely. Pay off your mortgage quicker, hire an assistant with some left over, nice marketing budget, down payment on a rental property. There's a lot you could do with an extra $36,000, whether you get out of bed or not. So my first goal, our first goal is bring us 6 agents. We want you to get your money back, give you a great story to tell. We're going to tell those 6, bring us 6 agents. When they each bring us 1, you're at $36,000 a year. What if they each bring us 6? I'll just tell you, you're at $132,000 a year, $11,000 a month. Could that change the way you run your business? Could that open things up a little bit? Could that bring you a little more freedom team, right? Absolutely, okay? How much would you have to have saved up in an interest-bearing account, 5% interest, to earn an override of interest of $3,000 a month, just residual income? $720,000. How long is that going to take? Okay? How many rental properties would you have to buy? Because here's the retirement plan for most realtors. How many rental properties would you have to buy to earn an override cash flow $3,000 after you pay all the mortgages on those rental properties? And with that, how much outlay of cash would you have to buy those rental properties? What do you have to do every 2 or 3 years with a rental property, right? New carpet, new paint, all that stuff. I'm not down on that. I've had them. We'll have more. Diversify it out. This is just a much easier way to do it. Let's find 6 who each bring in 1. Okay. Want better training, more leads in stock. It's not hard to do. Okay. Pays down 7 tiers, just like Keller Williams, by the way. They have the profit share model. We have revenue share. It's a much richer model. Profits after expenses. If there's no profit, there's no profit to share. Okay. Revenue you can count on, it comes off the front. So every agent you personally refer, those are your tier 1 agents. Whoever they refer, tier 2. Whoever they refer, tier 3, and so on. Once you've had 5 agents join you, you get paid on tier 1 and tier 2. Once you've had 10 agents join you, you unlock tier 3, you get paid on tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. All the way down to 40, you unlock all 7 tiers. Okay. Now, how can we do this? How can we give $16,000? That's what that adds up to back to the agents. 2 reasons. Number 1, no brick and mortar overhead like everybody else out there. Number 2, 5 to 8% of the agents are actively doing this. Most bring 1 or 2 people with them, and that's all they ever do, which is fine. We want to help you grow your business. We're not here to get you in recruiting mode. Okay. We want to help you grow your business. But over time, let's just say, another agent at a closing asks you about eXp and they join. This is going to add to your numbers over here. Couple quick stories and I'm done. Gene Frederick. Gene owned a region with Keller Williams, Northern California and Hawaii. He owned 6 of their franchises between California and Texas. Elizabeth Riley, she's at one of his offices in Texas 7 years ago. Somebody showed her eXp. She reached out to Gene, asked him to look at it. A month later, he sold everything he had with Keller Williams and he joined eXp. He was the first big agent to move here. He'd been at Keller Williams for 21 years. That turned heads at Keller Williams. That got their attention. Okay. He moved over here. We had 400 agents in the entire company. Nobody had heard of eXp at that point. He reaches out to Rob Flick. Rob was in Scottsdale, Arizona, had a big business over there, but here's Rob's story. About 94, 95, Rob goes in for an annual checkup, gets diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Okay. Over the next 18 months, he lost everything. House went to foreclosure, filed bankruptcy. His real estate business went away. Let's face it, if you're not actively doing it, it's a matter of 4 or 5 months. It's like Rob who, right? Here's what happens to all of us if you're not actively working it, right? His wife left him. It's a country and western song, guys, I'm telling you. So he gets through all that. 1996, he joins Keller Williams. He joined it primarily because of their profit share model. By 2002, that profit share for him had grown to a point where he was able to walk away from his real estate, retired out. Okay. Last year, Rob was number 14 in Keller Williams, still making $300,000 a year. Well, 7 years ago, Gene reaches out to Rob. Rob, you need to look at this. Gene, go away. I haven't sold a house in 15 years, whatever it was at that point. No, Rob, you know a lot of agents. So Rob comes out of retirement, starts paying his $85 a month to eXp, not to sell houses, but to show agents. Okay. His first month here, February of 2016, 4 agents came with him. At the end of 12 months, he had 22 that he had personally sponsored into eXp, his tier 1. Those 22 reached out to 100, tier 2. Those 100 reached out to 140, tier 3. It grew to 700. His goal, by the way, was 500 in 3 years because that's what he did at Keller Williams. He basically did that here in 10 months. Now, what does that mean money-wise? You can figure on average about $1,000 per agent per year as this builds with you. Some are going to cap $2,800. Some will be out of the business in 8 months and never sell anything. It's real estate. You're going to get a mix of everything. Think about that, though. He's tracking $700,000 going into year 2 here before he sells any houses himself. In August, he posted he's now got 20,000 agents. Rob is having a very good year. Okay. Now, Sean, up here in the top right, Sean Sturrock, him and his business partner, Bill, they're down in Dallas. I've known Sean for 11, 12 years now. Okay. Sean gets licensed a few years ago because they were doing fix and flips, wanted to list their own properties, right? Now, Sean knows Rob like I do, reaches out to Rob, Rob, I got my license. I know you're out of the business, but, I got to hang it somewhere. Can you give me some direction? So, Rob's like, hey, take a look at this. I'm actually back in real estate. And of course, it was eXp. So Sean's first month in real estate, right? April 2017, 2 agents joined him. By the end of 12 months, he had 21 that had grown to over 463. Today, Sean has over 2,500 agents, okay, altogether. He's been a realtor now for coming up on his 6-year anniversary as of the time of this recording. Sean reached out to me a few years ago. Thank God every day for my buddy Sean, okay? It has absolutely changed our lives. Now, here's what I want to show you too. Kathy Carter, another agent, good friend of mine, known her for 9, 10 years. She's in Nashville, 23 years in the business, managing broker at KW for 4 years, still active in her real estate, 2, 3 deals a month. Since 6 years of being here now, she's had 18 agents join her. Think about that. It's like three a year. She's not in recruiting mode, right? That's three a year is not recruiting. Those 18 have grown to over 1,600. In September of this last year, she had three closings of her own, typical month for her. She got paid on 604 additional closings that came from those 1,600 agents. Now, think about this though. Is she liable and responsible for those 1,600 agents' deals? Absolutely not. If one of them gets sued or there's a complaint with the board, it's not coming to her. It's all going up to eXp. She's not a broker. Okay. Does she have to train them like a traditional brokerage or team? No. eXp does that. Does she have to feed them leads? Nope. KV Core takes care of that. How much would it cost her to have a brick and mortar brokerage with 1,600 agents? Tens of thousands a month. How much does it cost to have 1,600 agents here? $85 a month. It's like we get the benefits. The opportunity is here for those that want to take it. On the side, while you're building your real estate, you could build an international, no boundaries here, right? An international brokerage, I say that in quotes, underneath the umbrella of the brokerage of eXp, without the liability, without the headaches. I never wanted that job. It's like adult daycare, without the headaches and liability of doing it. Okay. So guys, that's the opportunity that's here. It's huge. And you're going to get collaboration from, there's Jay. Jay taught Freedom Team. He did a mastermind for Freedom Team here a couple of months ago. It was phenomenal. Again, number 2 Coldwell Banker agent in the world before he moved over here. My buddy Aaron Ken, hit the 1.2 million in stock. Huge agent out of Dallas. He was top 50 Keller Williams back in the day. He's over here. He does training for our Freedom Team group every couple of months. There's Brent, big agent out of California I mentioned. He does training once a month. Independent brokers are moving here like crazy. Chuck Fazio. Chuck owned the number 1 independent brokerage in the country, Revelation Real Estate out of Phoenix. In February 2020, he brought the whole thing over here. We've had 450 independent brokers bring their brokerages and teams over here in the last 12 months. We think 1,000 are going to do so in the next 12 months. Such a win for those brokers. The liability goes away. They still do everything they were doing with their team. They keep their logos, their signs, their colors, all the stuff that was there with their brokerage. We don't want to interrupt what's going on there, but you now get access to all the stuff that eXp offers, and all your agents now get ownership. All your agents can build that revenue share if they want. Your brokerage now has no boundaries. And next thing you know, you got thousands of agents all across the country and around the world. And that can happen just like it happened for Chuck. Okay. So went too fast there. Sean Kokoska started Keller Williams MAPS coaching program. He's now over here. We get access to Sean. Tom Daves, number 1 Keller Williams in the world for 7 years. Okay. He's now here. So here's our Freedom Team leaders, guys. We have banded together. And again, we're doing all these 18 masterminds. We are available. You will have access to us. Okay. You'll be able to call us. We're here to help you build your business. We're here to collaborate. We're forming this thing. It's phenomenal what we've all been able to do as a group. We're going to be here for you every step of the way with this as well. So guys, don't miss what you just saw. Everybody is talking about this thing. We are winning awards like crazy. They just keep coming. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year is going to bring, more on top of what has already been there. We have got the attention of the real estate industry. Here's one thing I will tell you. You have no idea the power of residual income, that passive income. You're going to get paid 2 ways for sure, but there's that opportunity here for a third if you want to. We're not going to push that on anybody. But I would tell you, 7 years ago, I got diagnosed with prostate cancer. Now, that came out of nowhere. I just went in for a checkup, right? I wasn't planning on that. But thank God we got through it, had surgery, clean bill of health. For 6 months, my wife and I had no closings of our own on purpose because we could afford not to. I had my team, their closings were coming in, rental property, money coming in there, another business paying us passive income. It could be a little tighter. We're not having any closings of our own, but I wasn't sweating it, losing sleep at night, over those 6 months financially. Most people, I'm telling you, life happens. Life is going to happen to everybody watching this. Hopefully not health, but for some it will be health. It could be somebody else in the family and you want to be there for them, but you can't because you're so tied to your business. There's all kinds of things. This economy, it's out of our control. Recession, out of our control. Interest rates, out of our control. There's so many things that can affect us. I'd much rather have a passive income stream coming in, whether I have any closings or not. And I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Right? My wife and I, a couple months ago, we had 3 closings lined up for that month. They all fell apart. Interest rate issue, inspection issue, whatever. but we still got paid on, I don't know, like 60, 70 some closings, which more than covers our bills. Guys, there's a peace of mind about that. And you can do it around the world and recession proof your business, right? I love the fact that within 3 to 5 years here, just do what you've been doing. That stock coming in, whatever. You're gonna have some agents join you whether you intentionally recruit them or not because the word's out. Within 3 to 5 years here, if you're producing at all, you've at least got some options. If you want to start pulling back a little bit, pull the throttle back a little bit. You're gonna be able to do that because you can start replacing some of that income. If you could replace your commission income with referral income, would that be worth digging in on? Absolutely. And here you can at least do it. I'd rather do a deal every other month and refer all the rest out and make more money than somebody doing 100 deals a year. And I can do that here if I choose to. Now I can still do 100 deals a year if I want to. My team and I, we were doing 200 deals back in the day. I've pulled back intentionally. Okay. So think about this, your current brokerage, where you are right now. I want you to just, point this out for yourself. 0 to 10 on a scale of 0 to 10. How would you rate your current brokerage when it comes to training? Just give it a score. Leads, give it a score. What are they doing as far as providing you leads? Okay. Healthcare, score it out, 0 to 10. Ownership in the company. Maybe you have ownership. Okay. Score it out. How about a retirement plan? All right. Can you get out of a possible score of 50? What's your score? Add it up. Can you get close to 50? Because here's the thing, what's going to be different 5 years from now? What's your score going to be 5 years from now if you don't do something to change that? It's not going to change, okay? I will tell you the score here. Training, best I've ever seen. I'm not blowing smoke at you. It is unbelievable, the training here. KV Core, Cadillac of CRMs, powerful system, powerful platform. Healthcare, phenomenal. Phenomenal. I've heard nothing but great things about it. Again, $10,000 annual savings from what people have. That's the average, right? Phenomenal. Ownership in the company. We got thousands of shares of stock right now just from doing what I've been doing for 21 years, but doing it here for the last 5. It's been unbelievable. Now, you're going to get at least a score of 30, 40 if you move your healthcare over, whatever, you're going to get up in there somewhere, right? Now, you could also get up towards 50 if you want to add that last piece in with the revenue share. Completely optional, up to you. So I will tell you, can you get anywhere close to 50 where you are right now? And I'm guessing that you can. Here's what I hear. I'm loyal to my broker. Yeah, but aren't you more loyal to your family and your future? I know you are. Absolutely you are. And you're building your broker's retirement. That's just the truth of it. Okay. I got a great deal. I got a great split. I'm at a 100% company. So was I. Okay. Until I moved over here. Now I'm over 100%. You can't get over 100% at any other company out there. I want a great team. You need to get as independent as possible, as quickly as possible. You never know. That team leader could decide they're moving to another state and the team is gone. I had that happen here recently, and the guy joined me because he'd been there for 7 years and had no clue what to do because he got so comfortable with his team. I need an office. Guys, you're going to have we have a membership to Regis. There's 3,000 of those across the country, office spaces. You can go in there anytime. Many agents will rent out office space. Nothing wrong with that. It's a write-off for your business. But as a brokerage, we just don't have that office space, okay? But you can get an office. A lot of eXp agents have an office. Well, I'm capped. eXp will honor the cap. Let's say your cap resets in August. We'll honor it until August. We'll put you on 100% and then start the 80-20 then. We'll honor that cap. You got several deals in the works. There's just never a convenient time to move. You'll get paid on those deals like you normally would, whatever. We have a lot of agents move over and keep those deals over there and still get paid the way they would. I'm getting ready to retire. We've had several agents like Rob come out of retirement, to add, some extra money to their retirement plan. I'll need to redo all my marketing. Come on. It's simple. We're going to help you with that. The marketing center that we have, it'll take you 2 minutes and you've got some great stuff in there. How much will it cost you not to move? Nobody's, signing up with you and working with you because of your brand. I will just tell you that right now. Okay. And, we hear this sometime. You're just a recruiting company, less than 10% actively recruit. Okay. We're here doing business. It sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Several years ago when I joined 5 years ago, 4,000 agents. Yeah, I'm like, I was a little skeptical, but I was like, what do I have to lose? Looks like I have a whole lot to gain. I'm not locked in here like I'm not locked in anywhere else. What do I have to lose? Guys, when you look at all the big agents who have moved over here, I'm telling you that objection there is gone. We are for real. We wouldn't be on the NASDAQ if it wasn't for real, if there was a catch. Okay. Very, very true. So again, just a reminder, nothing changes if you don't do something to change it. Guys, what I just showed you, what your friend just shared with you, I'm telling you, do not miss what you just saw. Get back to the person that got you on here. Get your questions answered. Come join us over here at eXp. We're having a blast. Talk to you soon. Take care.